Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we have game 2 against the Reds. We did eventually take yesterday's game after, 3 extra innings? Winning it 2-1. But, I expect the games against the Reds to be close. That's not real surprising. The one thing the Reds should probably feel good about is that they got through all those innings on only 2 pitchers, so their bullpen really shouldn't be hurting despite the long game. Regular lineup in for today. Mentioned it a little while ago, and I'll go ahead and mention it again here. We don't have another off day until July 3rd, so no bench lineup for a little while here. Graves on the mound. Here shortly, we should get Shao in the box. There we go. I assume the Reds with the same lineup that they always have, or at least for this year have always had. 1 pitch, 1 foul pop-up, which Tom is able to grab. 1 away. Can't get more efficient than that. Norris Hopper at the plate then. Will take a ball too high. So efficiency's already ruined. That's going to be a base hit in the left. 1 on, 1 out for Derek Lee. I don't think he had a hit all day yesterday, so he's probably coming in a little frustrated. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Ground ball to short. Will it be double play? Had to wait a while for Kester to get there, but they're still able to get the throw there in time. 6-4-3. So the Reds do get a hit, but go down in order. And it does look like the same lineup we've been seeing. Dave Bush on the mound. Kester coming to the plate to lead things off for Indianapolis. The first pitch catches the outside corner. That curveball does not. Didn't miss by much. That one missed by more, but Kester swung and missed instead. That curveball misses as well. 2-2 the count. Ground ball goes over Bush's head, but Ibar is there to pick it up and get it to first. 1 away. Here's Marvin. He'll bat left-handed. And looks at strike 1 on the changeup. Over the inner half. Hit towards short. Ibar on 1 hop. Gets it to first again in plenty of time. 2 away. Nobody on base. Chief at the plate. First pitch is in there for a strike. That curveball misses down and away. Swings and misses at a curveball in the dirt. And there's a line drive through the left side. That will be the first hit of the game for the Squirrels. And it'll bring Terry to the plate. Struggled a bit as of late. His average under 400, hits this one into deeper left, but Dunn is able to make the catch. Both teams with the hit, but neither team with runs. Adam Dunn is going to lead it off for the Reds in the second inning.
Number 44, Adam Dunn, left fielder.
I will say the All-Star voting was released after yesterday's game, and I completely forgot to check if Adam Dunn was leading amongst outfielders. I still have to imagine he is, but it's going to be a little bit before I see it again. The devastating thing is that not only has Tom lost the top spot for the catchers, he's completely fallen out of the top 3. It would be the first All-Star game he would miss, first All-Star game he wouldn't start in his whole career. So hoping that gets turned around, though we're starting to get into later days for that. Dunn flew out to right. That brings Edwin Encarnacion to the plate. And he grounds this one to Joey for the second out of the inning. Here's Brandon Phillips. I want to say he got a hit in yesterday's game, but then got lifted thanks to some other... because of a pinch runner. They put Pickles into pinch run, and they wanted him to play second, so they took him out because he come into Encarnacion spots. They needed a third baseman, and just wasn't really Phillips' fault, is what I'm saying. But he grounds out to second in this at-bat, and we will move along to the bottom of the second. Frank's going to lead it off for the Squirrels. Still no runs in this game. First pitch is called a strike up in the zone. Frank hits this one hard, but it's not going to be out of the park. Xiao catches up to it. You're probably right about where the warning track should be. That is one thing about this park that I feel like had to have just been oversight on Konami's part, that there's no warning track in this ballpark. Maybe that's supposed to be some kind of reflection on the risk of gambling or something. All right, Tom at the plate. He has a 1-2 count. As he fires this one foul to keep it 1-2. Hits this one foul again, though closer to the line. They've all been down the right side. Then a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away. Here is Zach. He will look at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And that one is fouled away. That'll keep it 0-2. Hits this one through the left side. Another 2-out single. This brings Joey to the plate, who had a good day at the plate. He had 2 or 3 hits. I forget exactly how many. He looks at strike 1 to start off this game. And a swing and a miss on the curveball. Chase that changeup, and that will end the inning. Squirrels with another hit, but still no runs in the game as we go into the third, where Eric Ibar will lead things off.
Number 2, Eric Ibar, shortstop.
Ibar looks at strike 1. That curveball stays outside. Graves gets a fastball by Ibar to make it 1-2. Hits the changeup. I think it would have been foul, but Terry was able to catch it before that became a real question. So I guess we'll see if he gets credited with the foul out or not. I don't know if it would either way, actually, because it was... Anyway, it's an out. David Ross is at the plate. He's got an 0-2 count, though neither one of us like that second strike call. More routine ground ball to first for the second out of the inning.
31.
So here's Dave Bush hitting... Gosh, Harang had a great batting average too. Bush also hitting 300 with a homer. I think Harang had a couple more RBIs, but I think it was 9 versus 6. Bush looks at that one in the dirt, makes it a 1-2 count. He will whiff at the curveball, and that will end the third inning, at least the top half. In the bottom half of the inning, the Squirrels will start off with Graves at the plate. Still no runs in the game on 3 combined hits. Reds did go 9 up, 9 down, though that was thanks to a ground ball that Derek Lee ground into. So not a no-hitter, not a perfect game. Graves has an 0-2 count. He will look at strike 3. 1 away. Kester back to the plate. He ground out in his first at-bat. Pops this one up. Bush is going to field it right on the front of the mound. 1 away, or 2 away rather. Here's Marvin. He also struck out. Or sorry, he did not strike out. I was looking at the strikeout column. He also ground out. Bush with 3 strikeouts, first time through the Squirrels order, though we haven't seen that first strikeout victim as of yet. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was. Marvin's going to pop out in foul territory, and that will end the third inning. So still no runs as we go into the fourth. The Reds back up at the top of their order with Shao. Graves struck out one Red in his first go-around. Shao was not the victim. He fouled out on the first pitch of the game. Hits this one into left, but it's going to hook foul. That'll give him an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down, here's Hopper.
Norris. Hopper.
Has, as of right now, the only Reds hit of the day. Pops this one up right on the plate. Tom standing there. Well, I think Graves actually made the catch coming in to cover home. Derek Lee ground into the double play back in the first inning. Looks at strike 1 here. Hits this one into center field. Marvin has to drift back a little, but not very far, and he will make that catch. Still no scores. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Chief will come to the plate. Chief had the first Squirrels hit of the day. That pitch misses. Looked like a very similar pitch, but Bush got the call on that one. 1-1. That curveball missed down and away. Line drive into left, but it hooks foul and goes off the wall there. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Here's Terry. He popped out in his first at-bat. Watches that curveball hit the dirt. There's a called strike. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts brings Frank to the plate. I think he flew out to Adam Dunn, if I remember right. He's got a 2-0 count in this at-bat. There's a called strike. Line drive into left. Dunn gets to this one as well, and that will end the inning. Still no score. Hasn't even been a hit in several innings now. Adam Dunn's going to lead it off for the Reds. Dunn flew out in his first at-bat, out into right. First pitch is in there for strike 1. That slider too low. Low again makes it 2-1. High hop of a ground ball. Kester on to first for the first out. There's Edwin Encarnacion, who ground out in his first at-bat. Graves puts a fastball in there for strike 1. Gets him to chase a high fastball for strike 2. And misses the changeup for strike 3. Classic combination there. Brandon Phillips ground out in his first at-bat, though I don't remember where. So he looks at strike 1. That pitch tad too high. Fastball on the inside corner to make it 1-2. Swing and a miss on the curveball, and that will end the top of the 5th inning. Both pitchers doing the job, but somebody's going to have to break through here. We are still scoreless going into the bottom of the 5th. Still with the same 3 combined hits. Tom back to the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. As he looks at strike 1 here. That pitch missed inside. A cutter up and out. Ground ball, that will get through the left side for a base hit. Leadoff man aboard. Here comes Zach, who got a base hit in his first at-bat. Looks at a strike on the inner half. And chased a changeup to make it 0-2. Check over on first. To the plate this time and gets a swing and a miss. One away. Here's Joey. Struck out in his first at-bat. Say check over at first again. Would not be a bad time to try to steal with the pitcher on deck. Joey quickly down 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Graves struck out in his first at-bat. I'm going to look at strike 1 here. That pitch up and out. Ground ball. Bush will field it himself, and that will end the inning. We go to the 6th. Still no score in this ball game, though we did finally see another hit. Eric Ibar is going to lead things off for Cincinnati. Ibar credited with a line out. I think he was the one that had the shot down first that was right on the line. Could not tell if Terry caught it in fair or foul ground. He's going to ground out to third here, so no controversies there. Here's David Ross, who ground out in his first at-bat. He's going to ground to Joey here for the second out of the inning. So here's Bush at the plate again. Struck out in his first at-bat. Tumbled his average by 14 points. So he looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. This one just missed inside. Ground ball to third. This one's slower roller, but no problem over at first. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Squirrels at the top of their order. Still no runs here. Bush will start Kester off with the fastball for strike 1. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. This will be a base hit in the left field. It's actually going to drive Dunn back. Kester thought about making it a double, but does retreat back to first. Here is Marvin. He's 0-2, as most batters will be. Looks at strike 1. This is going into left field. That again is going to drop in for a hit. Kester will move to third on this one, and Marvin cruises. I think it would have been a double anyway, just a well-placed ball. 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Chief at the plate really just has to get it to the outfield to break the tie. It's got a 1-1 count to start things off. That pitch is down and away. Swing and a miss to make it 2-2. That will work. A line drive into left center. 1 run already in. Marvin coming in to score as well, as Chief will stand on second base, giving the Squirrels a 2-0 lead. It looks like that will chase Dave Bush. Here comes Edison Volquez. Volquez never became the dominant starter in these series that he became in real life. Terry 0-2, but he's got a runner in scoring position, still without an out. Looks at strike 1, swings and misses for strike 2. Looks at strike 3. Well, here comes Frank. I think he's flown out to Adam Dunn twice. The last one wasn't a bad hit ball. Dunn did a pretty good job covering ground out there. Frank with a 1-1 count in this at-bat. He will be behind on that fastball. Hits this one into shallow right. Phillips makes the catch. Chief had already taken off like it was a hit, so that's an easy double play. But it does give the Squirrels a 2-0 lead after that inning. We go to the 7th with Shao at the plate. We will go turn to Jones to try to keep things fresh. Frank made that out. Well, sort of. That will bring Quentin into the game to play left.
Your attention, please. Now another pitch working it out.
All right, Shao 0 for 2. He's fouled out and struck out so far today. He will fly this one into shallow left. Quinton, oh, no, he doesn't get there. That's going to drop in for the Reds' second hit of the day. And we immediately get a pinch runner. Shao's already a 13. Pickles is 15 out of 15, but seems like maybe they could have saved him. Hopper 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at a ball outside. There's a strike, 1-1. Oh, I think that was supposed to be a breaking ball that didn't break, but Hopper swung under it. Hits this one a solid hit right in a good spot in the outfield. Runner going for third. Quinton going there too, but it's not going to be in time. Runners on the corners for Derek Lee and nobody out yet, so this might be the Reds' big response. That first pitch is too low. He gets a swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Hits this one into right. Zach will have that one. Runner does not go. I figured that's why you had a top speed guy on third, but Pickles stayed put. Brings Adam Dunn to the plate, and he will look at a ball up and out. And swings and misses at the breaking ball. Line drive right down the right field line. That will bring in a run. Also puts the runner onto third. It's an RBI double. Squirrels lead at 2-1. Edwin Encarnacion at the plate with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. Does not chase that fastball. That one's in the zone at the knees. Bounces. I mean, I'm not even sure if that made the dirt. 2-1. Foul pop-up. That's a welcome sight. Tom does make the catch. 2 away now with 2 runners in scoring position for Brandon Phillips, but Jones 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Starts him off with the breaking ball that's in there for strike 1. Ground ball gets by Chief. That's going to score, looks like 2 runs, and the Reds are going to take the lead. 3-2. Here's Eric Ibar with the runner still on first. And then we get a wild pitch. So that's going to move the runner into scoring position. Ibar, line drive, that's going to get into left. Will it score another run? It looks like it will. Reds go up 4-2, and the wheels might be off of this one. David Ross will look at strike 1. Here's a ground ball. Joey, if I get that out, throws to first. Gets us to the 7th inning stretch, but the Reds now leading 4-2. Tom will lead off on the other side. Pickles comes out of the game. Jose Bautista will come in to play out in center field. Volca is still on the mound. Tom looks at strike 1, and that pitch is outside. Squirrels suddenly in a hole here. Hit back up the middle. That is Tom's second hit of the day. That'll bring Zach to the plate. He's 1 for 2 so far. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Joey is struck out in both at-bats today. He watches that slider down in the dirt. Oh, that was a hittable fastball, and Joey let it go. Another called strike. 2 hittable pitches, and Joey just seeming timid up there. Swings at this one, and this could be a double play. It sure is. 6-4-3, and that is going to end the inning. Well, Bautista apparently playing hurt. It's a pitcher spot coming up for the Reds. We are not going to let Jones, after he had a bit of a meltdown out there. We'll get Zap out there, I guess, into Joey's spot. Which will bring Phil into the game. All right, they are going to let Volquez hit. I mean, I guess at the moment they don't need any more runs. I'm sure they would like some insurance, but if I think Volquez is their best chance to get him to the ninth, then more power to him. Volquez will strike out swinging. That'll be the first out of the inning. Here's Jose Bautista. He did come into the game yesterday, but he didn't make it to the plate. Have to try to remember to check what his injury is after this game. He's got a 2-0 count at the moment. Obviously nothing too horrible. They've got him playing. Swing and a miss, and then a called strike makes it a 2-2 count. That one just a bit too low. We've got a full count with 1 out and nobody on base. Ground ball. Zap can't get it. Phil does. A little bit of a long throw, but he makes it comfortably. So that'll bring Hopper to the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. He will look at strike 1, a fastball at the knees. Bouncer back to Zap, who takes it off the back of the mound, and that will end the top of the 8th inning. Reds still ahead 4-2. Quinton is going to get his first at-bat of the game to start things off. He will do so left-handed. Really hoping we could get a guy on in front of him last inning so Quinton could maybe hit one out of the park and tie it up. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Hits this one hard, but it's going to hook foul. Looks like it would have had home run distance if it stayed fair, but no such luck. That curveball not real close. 2-2. This one just inside. Good take by Quinton. We've got a full count. Looks at strike 3. Dang. All right, here's Kester. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. This one too far inside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away, here's Marvin. Got a double in his last at-bat. Looks at a fastball right down the middle. And swings and misses at a curve. Swing and a miss again on a changeup, and that will get us to the 9th inning. Reds leading 4-2, and they will start off with Derek Lee at the plate.
Number 25, Derek Lee.
Lee starts off with strike 1. Fouls that pitch away to make it 0-2. Pop up, Zap will field it himself over by first base, sorta, well, about the midpoint. 1 away. Adam Dunn with a double in his last at-bat. Watches that pitch down and out. That swing catches the outside corner. 1-1. Fouled back. That will make it 1-2. And it's fouled away. Ground ball. Zap's going to field it towards first base. Works like a swinging bunt, but Adam Dunn shouldn't be bunting, so that does result in an out. Edwin Encarnacion comes to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on, and he will look at strike 1. Swings and misses for strike 2. Called strike 3, and that will bring us to the bottom of the 9th. Zap was able to keep things into a safe situation. Part of the order coming up for the Squirrels, although that now includes Phil, who maybe doesn't quite fit into the rest of that mold. Who's closing for the Reds? Jeff Karstens.
Reds. 58. Jeff Karsten.
We probably saw that earlier in the year. I couldn't remember. All right, Chief is 2 for 3, single and a double so far. Well, that curveball wasn't real close. That changeup really wasn't either. 2-0. Maybe they should have just let Volquez keep pitching. That pitch catches the outside corner. High in the air, Ibarred right on the edge of the grass makes the catch. One down, here's Terry. He is 0 for 3. 2 of those were on strikeouts as he looks at ball 1. Then swings and misses at a curveball. He has just been looking lost up there. Watches that curveball hit the dirt. 2-1. Ooh. Looked low, but Karstens gets the call. And a pop foul. Ross is not going to get there. So new life for Terry. That pitch runs outside. We've got a full count. Called strike 3 on an elevated pitch. Phil is the Squirrels' last hope at the moment. As he watches ball 1. And he will not come up with a base hit. Hook's just foul. 1-1 instead. And looks at that pitch a bit outside. That'll make it 2-1. There's a called strike to make it 2-2. Bounces in. We got a full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that snaps an 11-game winning streak from the Squirrels. Your final score today, Cincinnati Reds 4, Indianapolis Squirrels 2. It is a 4-game series, so tomorrow is not the rubber game. I don't know there technically can be one in a 4-game series. And Jones just didn't have it. Probably overworked a little bit after having to pitch in the extra inning game yesterday. All right, Brandon Phillips going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We'll have Game 3 against the Reds tomorrow. We'll see you then.